Hey guys, Randall here, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. A few weeks ago, while I was doing a review video on the Mighty Armory Universal Seating Die, which I love, I was doing the video with 45 ACP. Wayne noticed that every time that I loaded a 45 case, that it had a pretty good sized bulge in it. And I was using the Hornady dies, and he said he has a better solution. So he sent me the 45 ACP sizing die. So I've been playing around with it, and I'm really impressed. So I want to show you guys the difference between that and the bulge that the Hornady 45 ACP leaves. I've already got my cases, been cleaned, pre-lubed, the usual. What we're looking for when we size the case, 45 ACP should be around 473 thousandths at the mouth. This is a fired case, not been through the resizer yet. So there you go, looking at 476. Now, through the Mighty Armory resizing die, about going back and forth, 472 and a half, 473. Dead on the money. Which is what you want. I know a lot of you guys think, well, you don't get any neck tension on it if you have it sized at exactly what the book calls for before you load a bullet in it. Well, I'm going to show you the difference on that here in a minute as well. So again, there's what we have. Now I'm going to put MA on that. That way we know which one it was. Now let's grab another one. Let's swap this out. Put the Hornady 45 ACP die in there. I'm going to do the same process. $469, 468, 5, 469. There's where your problem starts. They make the dies very undersized. So we're going to put an H on that one for Hornady. So now, let's see what happens when we go around, we load a bullet in it. Flare it, and it's going to go through the universal seating die from Mighty Armory, and we're going to go ahead and crimp it. So now, right there, you can see that bulge. I don't even have to try real hard for you to see it. It's right where that bulge is at. I'm going to draw a line. We're going to measure it right below the bulge. It's right there, just below that bulge. You're still at 468. And that thing is loaded. It should be right at the 473. Here's where you're getting that bulge at. So now, let's take our MA case, if we can hold on to it. Get it in the right spot here. Flare it. seated the Mighty Armory seeder. Crimp it. Look at that. Big difference. Almost zero bulge in that. You got to look really hard to try to see where the bottom of that bullet's seated. So now, do the same thing. Go just below that. .472. Now, neck tension, which can be critical. 472.5. .472.5. So we still have the same neck tension on both of them, which is what you want. So even the one that was way undersized, when I sized that case, still came out with the exact same amount of neck tension, which was the point that I was trying to make earlier. You are not losing neck tension by using an undersized die first. Right there's your proof. Same neck tension, no bulge, perfectly sized case. It's going to absolutely cycle better through your firearms. Less chances of having any failures to feed. You all know the drill. And here's something else that I always like to point out. Hornady, pretty much RCBS, all of them. Their stems, as far as the decapping, it's always yet to be desired. I mean, it's loose. No matter how many times you try to tighten it up, the dang thing just moves. I'll give you an example. Let's put a piece of tape next to it and go just to where it touches it. I want you to watch how far you can see that gap. It doesn't take much of anything to do it. Take that piece of tape, let's put it on Wayne's from Mighty Armory. Same thing. Make sure we're just touching it. Now, I'm about to rip that pencil head eraser off of there, and I can't make it move away from that tape. You can't. I just broke the pencil. Look at that. He guarantees that his decapping pen is within a thousandths. Now, it doesn't really matter as far as the neck goes, because you don't neck size your 45 ACP brass like you do rifle brass. He guarantees the same thing on his rifle sizers, which means you're going to have dead concentricity on your neck tensions on those. Just always impressed with Wayne's products. He never ceases to amaze me. Again, Mighty Armory 45 ACP took care of the bulge. His 9mm do the same. Maybe we can talk him into doing a video on those. Eventually I'll be doing some videos on his rifle sizers as well. So I'll order them as I have the money. I'm like everybody else. I'm not rich. But I like to do product reviews, especially on his products. He's up and coming, and he is just tearing up the competition, and he's putting Redding and all the other ones to shame. His ideas of how he likes his dies are completely different. They're toolless. The only thing you need a tool for is just to lock the die body down. You're going to have that with all of them. The rest of it, simple as it gets. decapping pin comes out. And if you're like me, I normally decap before I load. So with that said, I use the decapping setup from Mighty Armory, and it saves the wear and tear on my die. You can just take the pin out, and you can just run it through the sizing die. Notice that bevel. That bevel is made to fit into the bevel in here. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But that's the trick. When these two lock together, once that cap is on there and it's screwed down tight like it should be, again, no wrenches needed, just by hand, but tight. Once that's there, that's what gives it its dead center, and it doesn't move. That's one of the big differences in his dies. Well guys, that's it. Randall again, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. Hope you all have a blessed day.